Hi there. Hello to anyone that's watching. Um, I just thought I wanted to add this little addendum to the last one. Uh, it turns out I was playing around with this dialog here and trying different fonts and whatnot, and of course I wanted to put some of these fancy characters in there. So I decided, okay, well, I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to put these underscore T's and everything, so maybe it'll compile under Unicode. So I switched it to Unicode, and I compiled it. Well, sorry, that was the first problem. You can see here, for a while, it took me a long time to realize that just switching it to Unicode didn't change the entry point. Where is that? Oh wait, here. The C runtime entry point has to be entered in manually, I guess. Eventually, so I got that working, and then it was crashing all the time. It just crashed right away, instantly. So, well, usually bugs like that aren't too hard to locate. I did finally find it. It was in our favorite plus equals function, the one that sort of started everything off. And see here, I had TsString plus length times size of tcar. But of course, this is an assembler, and when you add a number to a pointer, and the pointer has a particular type associated with it, then that's adding numbers of objects. Although never in my life have I ever wanted to add a number of objects to a pointer value. I would use square brackets for that. But anyway, that's the way it works. Now, of course, I could have just gotten rid of this bit instead of adding this bit. But as my comment here says, I don't like that because it's inconsistent and confusing. On the one hand, this argument, right, is this offset thing is in tcars, but the whole argument is a p void, and then this argument is in characters. So you got characters and tcars and voids and so on. It should all be one or the other. So a pointer offset in bytes, calculated in bytes, a size in bytes, and another pointer. And that fixed that problem. And then I thought, oh my goodness, now, because if you have this code, yeah, and if you've ever looked at it, there's all this overlap check everywhere, right? And I figured, oh well, if I've made that mistake there, then I've probably made that mistake with the overlap check. Let me go further back. Well, it turns out actually the overlap check, the macro, didn't have that problem. That is, it was written kind of assuming everything was bytes, right? Which is kind of what you would do anyway to get the answer right, because numbers turn into tcars. Now, where is the one? Let's see. No, oh, here it is. Is that the right one? No, that's pending, yeah. Non-overlapping, okay. Now, I've stared at that macro for ages, and I keep wondering how it could be possibly correct. And it's a funny thing. it's not correct. I mean, it's correct for what it would be used for, and that would be an overlap check for a memory copy, right? But that's not what I'm really trying to search for in this thing. I want to make sure that the string passed in isn't based within the string, this string, right? Before I go ahead and resize it, because I would kill this thing, right? So then this thing actually, when I look more closely at it, was often giving the wrong answer. It was saying it was not, there was no overlap, and then it would go down, and then I was expecting, okay, the resize, at least that should wipe this out and then prove that I was right. But now for some reason realloc isn't doing its usual thing it's supposed to do, which is it's supposed to trash the memory on every realloc and give you a brand new pointer, but it's not. I don't know how that got turned off. So yeah, so there's that. But anyway, it does work in Unicode. It took a while too to get all the final little bugs. So like these crazy characters, I can put them in here. See? Oh, but now you see, now I turned off this scrolling for a reason, because I wanted to do something that I have not been able to find a way to do. If I can only make this, I need a button here to turn wrapping on and off or something, because what I want, and which I doubt you're ever going to find a way to do, ever. At least here's some standard mechanism. I have another way of doing this with a hack. You remember this thing? Well, first let's try this with Notepad. Oh, it worked. Okay, alright. Well, I wasn't able to do this. Oh, if I pipe it, I see. If I pipe it, I get the wrong thing. But I wanted to be able to do that. And we can do this in here as well. But I guess I didn't need that. Because I like these, you know, I like these lines and bars and things. Anyway. So I think I'm going to keep it on Unicode for a while, just because it seems to be a good way to locate bugs. And I added some warnings here that might come up. Didn't come up. Where am I? It should have come up. Oh, here they are. Yeah, so this is the appending one. Appending a substring of the string, right? And then there's these other two cases. This is replacing a substring of the string with some string, and replacing some string with a substring of the string. And now at least I'll get warnings when that sort of thing happens, and everything should be okay. So, oh, yeah, and as far as these things come up very naturally, you'd probably notice that window is centered, right? Put this back to the scrolling. If you wanted to scroll, you take away this attribute. Sorry, if you want it to wrap. What did that thing just say? See, now it wraps, so you don't have things flying off on the side. Printout's obviously messed up. Now, what did that thing say? Oh, it was when I compiled it. Oh, I know, I think I know. It won't do it this time, but if I change anything to do with the resource, like maybe I don't like this size, I like it a little smaller. I've got it on verbose output for the resource compiler, just in case there might be something of interest that would show up. The only difference here is just the output directory. What I need to do now is fix the default the base project. Add another configuration. Maybe I'll do that first. Because now I've got debug Unicode, and release. I gotta fix up release Unicode, and then yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that shortly, and there'll be an upload. Number 11 available soon enough. Curious to try one more thing. What happens if I put card here? We'll put funk. See, one of the things about I lose it? Put funk. Oh. Dialog.h. I'm not using that header file. Yeah, this oh dear. Oh, let's see. That should do it. No. What's the other possible? No, dear. Oh, I see what I've done. Or I can do explicit. One of the things I never bothered to explain to you guys is the fact that I added that in the TsString class, and that's actually used here. Yeah, there it is. It's all messed up, right? This won't work. It's got to be. This has to be. This has to be a pointer card, so I gotta fix that. The undecorated simple name function doesn't accept any Unicode stuff. Which I should have been. TsString. You see, I'm turning it back into multi-byte. Put that back again. Why did that not work? Maybe it's just the end result. Okay, here it is. Okay, so now you're in multi-byte. This should be multi-byte format. Right, car star. And again, car. Undecorated symbol name. Undecorated name didn't work. It didn't work. I see. Okay, well, I gotta fix that too. Okay. 1+1. Okay, anyway, not yet then. Soon enough though. Maybe I'll upload this later. Well, I guess I found it. I'm just missing a null terminator here, so I'll upload this. It did give me the right function name. You want to see? See here, I knew it when I saw these FDs or whatever they are. And it needed to go one loop around, but eventually got it. And there it is. The thing that I was trying to mention, not that, was that there's if you want to convert something to Unicode, or from Unicode to wildcard to multi-byte and vice versa, depending on which build you're in, there's an explicit cast. If you want to take something which is like here I'm in the Unicode world, and if I want to make a TsString, which is now wildcard, out of that, you can use this explicit cast. It's not automatic. Similarly, if you have a wildcard thing and you are in the multi-byte world, you can explicit cast from wildcard to multi-byte. And it does some kind of conversion. Okay. And otherwise, you got to do it yourself, or use that other macro. Okay, so see you next time. Oh, I keep forgetting. I was trying to tell you something about the dialog. I added a few functions: centering, setting position, getting the rect of the window rect for the whole dialog, getting the rect for a control, and that's it, I guess. Yeah, that's all. Not much, just a few obvious functions. What I'd like to do is add some way, some interface to maybe saving the last position or something like that. That's something that's generally of use, some kind of, if there's no Windows, if there's no registry, maybe it could be a file, or it could be a kind of abstract thing, one of these serializable something or others. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. Okay. See you next time. And one more thing. You remember I kept saying that I knew that there was something wrong with some declaration somewhere? Well, it is wrong. It's wrong in the in the header file. Well, yeah, and it's the Win32 declarations for these functions are just through number defined, and they just redefine this to get window long or set window long or whatever. But that doesn't change the fact that it's always going to complain about things not being long PTR, long PTR. And so to get around that, I just added these inline redirects to the same functions, but with the right casting. Okay.